Hi friends, Andrea here with a new video for Hip Kid Club. I am creating a new layout using the October 2020 kits, and it will be a mood board inspired layout. So the main details that I took from this beautiful mood board designed by Emil from our design team are the Wreath and mainly the colors, and I'll be adding some leaves. There is a lot of fussy cutting and some of the thickers that I'll be using for the main title of the layout and few other areas. So I'm going to use this yellow cardstock for my background, and I'm going to add a little bit of mixed media to my layout using some of the Lindy's powders from the color kit, and I'll be using a stencil that we got a few months back. So I'm mixing 2 of the color powders to get a nice mix, then bringing on my stencil. And what I'll do is I'm creating 2 focal points on my layout. So I will be adding my picture on the bottom right side and few elements on the top left side. So those will be the only 2 points or the only 2 areas where I'll be adding the mixed media. And while I wait for this to dry, I'm starting working on the details for the Wreath. I fussy cut a lot of the pieces mainly from these 2 pages. And the Wreath will be mainly decorated again on those 2 focal points. So my initial idea was to cover the whole Wreath with this brown leaves from the crate paper, pattern paper that I fussy cut, but then I decided that I wanted to keep it relatively simple and just really decorate and really focus on those 2 areas. And my idea here was to keep it super simple and just get some splatters on the page on the 2 focal points. But I don't know I'm pretty sure you can see, but the splatters did not go as I expected. So I had an issue here, and then I decided, well, this is a great opportunity for me to just keep adding water. I knew that I could not add as much water as I wanted, so I could not play with it as I really wanted. Once I realized I I had to, because there is no gesso on my page at all. I applied the texture paste directly on the page, and here again the splatters and the water directly on the page, onto the page. So I knew that, okay, this is what you get. You gotta you gotta own it and make it work. And that's what I did. You will not normally, and I know that you've heard this many times, I'm sure, normally most of the mess that you create with your mixed media gets covered by either the picture or embellishments, stickers, you name it. So I was not really worried. I knew that this was gonna be fine. You can notice only I did this off camera, but the wreath I machine stitched around it with some gold thread to make sure that it would not move. So it is now stitched to my background. And from this point forward is just about embellishing the page. So adding the details that I feel would look good. I knew that, not sure if I mentioned this before, but the other part of the challenge, on top of being inspired by the mood board for the month, was to use the thickers. So I went with 2 elements for this. So I used, for my title and the main element of the second focal point, I used the foam stickers from the simple story sets that we got this month. And then you'll see me bringing on the gold thickers that came in one of our kits. And here's where I'm bringing on a lot of the other elements that I fussy cut in advance. So again, more fussy cutting happening, and this is mainly because this ephemera pack, the white border around all the flowers, mainly the Jane Hatfield flowers and leaves, the white border is just way too white. So I decided to fussy cut and get rid of most of it. And here we go, I'm using the 2 words, the making memories words, just coming out of that, the butterfly and that side of the wreath. Also wanted to add the together word coming from the second cluster on the bottom right hand, but did not work. To finish the layout, I am just adding my journaling, and that will be it. I think, oh no, I decided to add one of the Amy Tangerine paper clips that were with a heart shape. They went, and I already had a small heart cluster over there, so that ended up working perfectly. This is it for today. I went with, a lot of yellows and golds and browns. On my layout, I had a wonderful time with the family. You can see all the details, all the layers. It is absolutely something that you will most of the time see on my layouts if you've been following for a while. Whenever it comes to fussy cutting, clusters, layers, and florals, will definitely find my name there. I hope you enjoyed the video. Whenever you're creating either a layout or a mini album, a DIY project, the mood boards are always a great starting point. You would just focus on those elements that you want to take from them, and they make the creating or the planning process so much easier for us to start. Make sure you also check the blog and the Facebook group today for more inspiration from the rest of the ladies from the design team. This was Andrea for you today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.